All right, welcome back everybody to the week 1 of GCL powered by El Gato. We are on to our second set of matches tonight. This will be from our owning division, not the learning one, which was the last two games, which is players with ranks up to gold 3 in the last act. So we are starting off game 1 on Icebox as we get into this game of Gorilla Grips, who is on the defense, and this is Fine, who is on the attack. I will be Kura Haneko, staying on the casting desk, and with me will be Bokaloo.
Hello, everybody. I'll be doing the color casting tonight.
And I'll be switching to play-by-play, so you guys will hear me a lot during the action, which will be quite a change. So, Bokaloo, what do you think of the picks coming out so far from both teams?
Really like that there's a double sky coming out on Icebox here. And also looks like we're gonna have two smokes on both sides, which I think is important for stopping those all important pushes and flanks on Icebox. Can't say I love playing on the map, but casting on it is definitely a different story.
Yep, for sure. And interesting tidbit, which probably doesn't matter for anybody except for me, is this is my second play-by-play, and it will be once again on Icebox. So that is pretty exciting.
Wow, you're gonna start a track record?
I'm gonna start a track record. It is just going to be, at least the next map is not Icebox. The next map will be Bind, but that is just a sneak preview. So it seems like the lobby will need to get remade for a little bit. Riot Games. Yes, this is Riot Games. We were talking about before this thing started that, people just see other people offline on the friends list. So hard to get into party. We're just gonna have another glitch right now.
Looks like she was able to choose this time.
Yay! All right, so
wondering if any of these picks are going to change now that they have time to re-choose.
I mean, if anything, I feel like they would come in a little bit faster because now they'll already know what's going on. Don't know if we discussed the picks on Gorilla Grips though. We did talk about a little bit about the sky.
Yeah, definitely very, very similar comps here. Both have Killjoy, Sky, and Jet. And we'll see what the difference is between the Reyna Brim, Omen, and Razes on these teams. I'd love to see the difference in ability usage in these similar team comps, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. That is definitely something interesting. We should both keep that in mind to see how the different members are playing. And one thing that's interesting is that we do not have a Sage this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think those sky heals are going to come in handy for this really open map. It's a lot easier to peek a sky on this map because of how open the areas are.
For sure. At least we won't be seeing that wall and tube, which is so annoying for all the attackers.
That's true.
Who play Icebox. So it does seem like This Is Fine is going to be posturing toward A, and we've seen 12 A strats. Who was that? Was that Immortals or something like that, where they just rushed A every time? Maybe we'll see it again. I don't know. I won't say anything because maybe I'll cast a curse myself, and then not be on that role I was in the previous two games. But Gorilla Grips will be playing a pretty default setup. Seems like there is a lot of Killjoy utility on A. The turret will get taken down, but Gorilla Grips haven't actually moved that much.
Can't wait to see what Gorilla Grips is able to do with these frenzies here.
Aizen is gonna blind some people with that Hawk, but no kills are going down, and This Is Fine has already gotten onto site, but Razor able to get that first pick off. Trinity able to get one as well, but still there are 4 attackers and only 2 defenders left, and they both will be coming from CT. Door will be able to pick off Razor here. There will be a lot of gunfight exchange, and now the defenders are on the side and the attackers have actually backed off toward A main. And they actually can't see the bomb here. So Maggie does have to just come in. She is able to take down one, gets traded by Dora, and Dora in a 1v2. Make that a 1v1, but I don't think she knows that Kaizen is here, and Kaizen will be able to clean that up and get that first round for This Is Fine.
Wow, definitely a very good push on their part. Both teams had a lot of utility usage in the beginning just to get onto site or stop them from getting onto site. And in the end, that was definitely an unlucky plant spot, but they were able to make the best of it on the side of Gorilla Grips, honestly. Definitely really good push back onto Spike and getting those picks. And Kaizen definitely played it well by hiding in that corner last second just to get that pick on Itadoru.
Yep, and once again, looks like it will be A. Killjoy is still playing on the site though, so they will have to go through that. Didn't seem like too much of a problem last time though. Oh, that's one grenade.
Unlucky.
Uh-oh.
Looks like both sides are gonna bring out a couple of stingers, but mostly still opting to save.
Actually, Sealing TT able to pick off Odd Trinity, who was pushing a little bit aggressively into mid. And now the rest of This Is Fine is actually still staying in A main. They haven't made too many other movements. But Maggie is going to blast pack in, taking a little bit of a different angle, and This Is Fine should be able to get the site here. Rest of Gorilla Grips will be coming in from CT, but at least this will be a 5v4 retake. Spike finally goes down in the same position.
Spike planted.
But now Gorilla Grips will be coming in. Ceiling will be able to take out Maggie, but kills our exchange. Razor does have this high ground, so she is able to pick off somebody.
Player standing.
But she does get taken down herself as Dora once again, and there is only one member left. They are able to kill one of the swarm grenades, but not the other, as that will put the members of Gorilla Grips down so low. Gab could do it here. Unfortunately, with that ghost, unable to finish the job, and that will be a round going toward Gorilla Grips.
Definitely a really good idea from Gorilla Grips to all stay off his site and get off his site as fast as possible and regroup to get a really good, strong push back onto site and get those important picks on This Is Fine. Gab definitely did have almost a really good clutch there, but probably force buying after that that win on the first round would have been a good idea. Especially that stinger with them being so close to one another, much easier to spray and pray than aim with that ghost.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I don't think there were any stingers available in the ground where she was right there, but if she was able to pick one up, maybe she could have gotten that clutch. But this time, seems like This Is Fine will be moving toward B instead. They do have some mid presence. Sealing TT here will actually get taken down. That stinger is not going to be good long range against those Vandals. And Gab as well able to pick off another member on B's site. So now there will only be one member here at yellow, but Kaizen able to take her down as well. Gorilla Grips will be in a pretty sticky situation with two members remaining and the Seekers coming out to know exactly where they are. Especially with the Ghost as well, the Ghost and the Spectre. It's not going to be too great pushing in from mid. Oh no, and that spray, Space Cowboy actually able to get that headshot there. But that will be the gun difference as Razor will be able to get that 3K and clean up for This Is Fine.
Wow, definitely an incredible 3K by Razor there. It looked like Gorilla Grips had a lot of trouble holding on B site as they were getting a little aggressive and pushing up a little too far, taking on those fights that were not 1v1s. And it was tragic that in buying those stingers and forcing on the second round, they actually lost. They didn't have enough money to get Vandals and get actual guns for the rifle rounds, so that cost them this round here.
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, actually, Gorilla Grips will not have that full buy. They do have two Bulldogs. And we do have a light shield as well. But that dog actually isn't going to spot out Razor here as she does have the high ground. But I don't think anyone from Gorilla Grips will be peeking that just yet.
Blinding.
Seems like This Is Fine will be throwing a little more utility on A, but Bea is under here. She hasn't moved at all, and she will be able to see all Trinity. So that would be one pick as well. Razor in mid, able to pick one of the defenders off. Flint will finally go down here, but Ceiling TT will be able to pick off one of the members unawares. She's unable to get the second. And now we actually see Iduru is so far away from A, and this is going to be a very hard retake. Empress is still available though, so there is a chance. And we actually do see that Razor is playing pretty far back as well, but Kaizen is going to hear both of them come onto site. They are able to get one, but Gab having that higher angle and Kaizen coming in from below as well. And that will be round number 3 for This Is Fine.
This Is Fine definitely has a really good pushes onto site. It was especially important that they had Razor lurking in order to stop any flanks from coming around from A side. And just as soon as they're able to get plant down and get spike down on site, they're able to play around the site together and get those double peeks in and get in those sneaky corners in order to catch the defenders off guard there. They definitely play together super well. Looks like another save is going to come out on the side of Gorilla Grips, though.
Placing swarm grenade.
And this will be a pretty unfortunate, as this should be round number 4 for This Is Fine. But once again, won't count them out just because there are pistols. And ooh, that hawk is just going to fly into the ceiling right there. As This Is Fine is going to be coming onto A site. Seems like Gorilla Grips is still playing pretty far back. And they will wait, hopefully, for the rest of their team to come. But that Boombot actually is going to be taking down Oscar. Maggie's bomb actually pops that showstopper, unable to connect. And the plant will once again be able to go down.
Spike down A.
Maggie getting that 3K, and the last 2 members of Gorilla Grips will be coming in from T side.
One enemy remaining.
But Razor here is waiting. She knows. And she will get that pick as well. And I don't think the bomb there went down for quite a long time. Bomb already went down, but it didn't.
I am one to be forgetful of planting bomb. As soon as I take site, I'm like, we have site, guys. Where's the the bomb? Yeah.
The bomb, yeah. Very important, you know. You do have to plant it on the T side.
Razor is definitely a strong player here. As you said, she's very confident on the high ground, as she's holding very unexpected angles for our defenders here.
This time we actually do see a stack from Gorilla Grips more on this A side, which will leave B quite open, and this is what This Is Fine has chosen to push. But with that utility comes out, it seems like Gorilla Grips does have an inkling, and I think Dora will be able to spot a few members out here and hear the bomb get planted as well. Now we will be going into a full 5v5. And there are members spread out everywhere. Razor is getting picks mid. Maggie's bomb also getting picks mid. And we are now in a 4v3 in favor of This Is Fine. But once again, this is just going to depend on everyone winning their gunfights here. As it seems like now Gorilla Grips is suddenly on the top. And Idura will be defusing, but Kaizen is already on the site.
One enemy remaining.
Kaizen is able to get in the room as well. Will she be able to flick? And she won't be, so Idura will be able to take her out. And that should give round number 2 to Gorilla Grips.
Definitely a little worrying that they left B site completely free there, but I think in them being able to rotate all together led them to completely encompassing the site and cornering This Is Fine, like just in those 1v1 gunfights. Just it was a really good play by them. And the 1v1 at the end, it was definitely a great clutch by Eudora there. As it was looking, it could go to like either side. I wasn't sure who was gonna be the victor there.
Yep, I was not sure as well, but hopefully we will know who the victor is in this round. As it seems like, once again, Gorilla Grips does have more of that stack toward A and mid. But this time, this is where This Is Fine is. All is quiet on the home front. As This Is Fine is pushing up mid, and they will be able to pick off Ceiling TT. Seekers will be coming out on both sides right now, and that will blind the members of Gorilla Grips, but Razor unable to get that pick there. The members of This Is Fine are still quite spread out, and once again, this will be a lot of individual gunfights. And This Is Fine will be coming out on top with all 5 members alive. Last 2 members of Gorilla Grips will be standing in CT, but that Empress able to pick off one. And this is very doable. We know how strong that Empress is, or can be.
Last player standing.
But unfortunately, Razor will be able to take her head clean off. And Ozco's left alone with the Spectre in a 1v4 situation. Not looking too great. At least able to get one. But I think she might just look for exits here. And unable to get any. That will be round number 5 for This Is Fine. And they are looking quite fine on this map.
Yeah, that their very silent push up mid definitely caught Gorilla Grips off guard, as they couldn't have their fast rotate together onto a site. And it looked like in This Is Fine, getting those first picks mid and taking backside A was really important in them securing the rest of the round. However, it looks like Gorilla Grips is going to have to save again here with some Stingers, Frenzies, and a Sheriff coming out, all with light shields, while This Is Fine is going to have rifles.
Yeah, but now they will be coming toward A once again. Seems like A is quite hotly contested right now, as we saw both Gorilla Grips defending this more, and This Is Fine seeming to attack this as well. The lockdown will go down from Gab, and this should push off the members of Gorilla Grips here. But the swarm grenades at least delaying the push from This Is Fine a little bit.
Jets grounded.
Oh, Maggie actually gets a kill with her page right there onto Ceiling TT. And This Is Fine actually do have quite a good hold on this site. We actually do see Idora coming in from behind as well, but she will get taken down from Razor, as she's just looking there, and the remaining 3 members will have to come in through mid. But with Kaizen in the high ground, able to get 2 picks. And we will just have Bea alone in CT. Not looking too great, especially with that Spectre at long range. And that will be the 6th round for This Is Fine. So Bokalu, what do you think Gorilla Grips can do here now that they finally have at least some semblance of a full buy this round?
Yeah, it looks like Gorilla Grips is gonna have to really try and play together and watch those angles, especially. Kaizen and Razor are definitely notorious for holding really difficult angles to flick to. So it's important to try and clear sight while you're going onto it, and maybe try not to push up and get This Is Fine those first picks early.
For sure. Now, oh, the Hawk getting a little bit stuck there. But that's okay. The second one's gonna come through for yellow, and now This Is Fine's gonna know nobody's there. Once again, Gorilla Grips still playing pretty far back. I do like this, as it seems like they are trying more for those 5v5 retakes, especially with that lockdown available for Bea. Plant should go down here. And now Space Cowboy has gotten that first pick onto Maggie, and the rest of Gorilla Grips will be coming in from the CT side. The From the Shadows is used actually to get some more information, and the lockdown will be popped. And Gorilla Grips now will be having this advantage coming into the retake. Kaizen able to get one back at least. But this will be a 4v2. The Orbital Strike comes out, and this will push those members of This Is Fine so far back. And that will be the easy defuse from Gorilla Grips right there. Oh. Escape with her life.
Trinity was just barely able to escape that there. But like I said, Gorilla Grips playing together and getting those, clearing sight and getting those pings down onto where people were hiding. Like Razor was on top of yellow, and I'm pretty sure 2 people saw her, and they probably called that out multiple times that she was there, and she was able to get picked off pretty fast because she didn't change her positioning after 2 people saw her without getting that pick. So them playing together, them having that great push back onto site, that retake, clearing those important angles, got them the round.
Yeah, I really like this aggression from This Is Fine. We do see, even though they did lose 3 rounds, they were able to get that plant down. So it's not like they're unable to take a site. It just depends on basically how good that post-plant hold is. And there's enough coming out from Razor, able to get the first one on Doru.
I've got your trail.
The Seeker's coming out as well, but once again, this is just going to be an empty A site for This Is Fine. This is quite interesting. We see Ceiling TT taking quite a long route, and she's not going to join her team for a long time. I thought they weren't going to go for it for a second, but it seems like they're pushing it in now, and that off is just going to hold. And as I say that, I think I cursed it, because she will get taken down by Bea right there, but Bea able to take down another as well. Gets killed herself, and Maggie will pop that showstopper, and Kaizen able to get that final kill, and that will be the 7th round for This Is Fine.
Looks like they were able to get that op back as well on the side of This Is Fine. It was definitely tragic that Ceiling wasn't able to rotate as fast as the team needed her to, and she was still like stuck on B site and Snowman. It seems like This Is Fine already knows how Gorilla Grips plays, and as soon as they take site, they know that they're backing off and playing for a retake, so that gives them more time to waste for the bomb to start ticking, as well as them to have a lot of time to set up for those important double peaks and set up for those important angles to hold on A site especially.
Since they do have the raise and the killjoy as well, they do have that post-plant hold, so basically, Gorilla Grips is allowing for them to set that up, and they will have to go for the kills, it seems like, in order for that utility not to be there. Seems like This Is Fine is actually taking quite a slow approach this time, and one member already has gotten picked off. This is slowing down quite a bit. The Tasmanian Tiger, as I was informed of earlier this week, will be coming out. Keep calling it a wolf, but apparently, is it a wolf? I'm not sure anymore. But once again, This Is Fine is able to take full control of a site, and Doru here actually able to get an initial pick, and that will be a 4v3 advantage right now for Gorilla Grips. And this is looking good, but Razor has gotten 2 picks with that operator, putting it now into a 2v2. Oscar will be able to get a pick as well, and it will be Razor and oh no, the stinger and the op. Once again, finishing my thought, it will be Razor and Oscar left in this 1v1 situation. And this is gonna be so close. She does know where the spike is. And I don't think Oscar's very comfortable with there. She's gonna miss the shot, but it will be enough to deter Oscar off the bomb. She will get taken down by the bomb as well, and that operator is really doing work. Razor has 19 kills right now.
Last round in the half.
Definitely really strong defense again on a defense of Spike after post plants by This Is Fine here. Although it was looking a little scary there as Gorilla Grips was on a save round. They were able to get quite a few picks on This Is Fine here, but Razor and her gun skills honestly unmatched here.
Do you think it would do Gorilla Grips any good to maybe try flanking or try aggressively pushing out any of these
Definitely.
sites? Seems like we won't really see too much of that currently, though. But Razor is on a pretty high ground again. We see her really like being on top of these structures, and she has a clear view to kitchen right now, which she will be able to take out Oscar with that. And Razor able to take down another one as well. And this is just disgusting. Gorilla Grips really do need to take her down.
Spike down A.
Blocking sight.
Spike here actually gets taken down A, so Gorilla Grips will be able to have some eyes on that. It seems like they are playing quite separately as Ceiling TT loses the duel against Razor. Space Cowboy is left alone on A. We do see Idoru coming! And Kaizen will actually
Spike
have her
down
knife
B.
out, so she will not be able to get that.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Razor will be able to get the fourth. Let's be the ace. She's gonna pull out her knives.
Last player standing.
Oh! She's actually gonna dismiss away. And she's gonna miss the knives as well. Second slot, and she's not able to get that last shot. Doru will be getting that 3K to clutch out the round for Gorilla Grips.
Switching
And
sides.
boy, did they need that, because they will now at least get their fourth round on the board.
wow. Gorilla Grips was definitely playing off of a lot of the information that they were getting just from having Spike down, and a lot of those peaks, a lot of those dangerous peaks that they did right into a Razor's operator. Definitely really bold play by both Razor and Idoru there. Definitely one impressive fight on both parts.
What do you think that Gorilla Grips is gonna do this round? They are down by 4 rounds now, and they really do need to pick it up on this attacking side.
Well, I think now that you have like the clean slate of having, you know, having to go through 2 more pistol rounds, I think they'll get their mojo back and get these rounds back here.
It seems like they are
Blinded.
trying A, but this time instead of all 5, as I believe we saw this is fine do the first round, they are splitting. The spike is over at B, so it seems like they do want to juke it out a little bit here. This is fine so far, has actually not taken the bait too much. They have left Gab on B. So with that turret, she should be able to know if the members of Gorilla Grips are coming over. And there we go. We'll be able to spot her out. Oh! Once again, you know, people love the high ground.
Yeah. This is fun. He's definitely playing with each other, getting those important callouts out to rotate as fast as possible here.
Folks will be going down. Gab is unable to get anyone in, is taken down quite low, but the health bars on both sides are just whittling away. Razor, oof, with that headshot, knocking out Ceiling TT. Razor able to get the 3K, and Razor is so low, but still able to connect. Now there will be 2 members left. Bea at least able to get one through the smoke, but the
remaining.
spike is already at half, and that will be the round 4. This is fine. Able to take down Space Cowboy in the end as well.
This is fine. Definitely played a lot off of the information they were getting. As soon as they suspected that they were not 5-manning an entire site, they knew that they probably weren't going A there. And they definitely played with each other and had a lot of good communication to win that pistol round there.
Placing swamp
It's
grenade.
not gonna look good for Gorilla Grips, as
Turn out.
that will be... I don't know if they'll win this round with the partial buy, as it seems like Razor actually already has purchased a rifle.
Launching smoke.
And that's gonna hold B. Luckily for Gorilla Grips, they will not be going there as of yet. Lots of utilities actually gonna get thrown out A here, so this is fine. It's gonna get cute to come over. And now Gorilla Grips is gonna come onto site. Duro is able to get one
See ya.
through the smoke, but Razor with that Vandal able to get
Spike
2.
down A.
The spike will go down, and she actually will be able to see it, and the members of Gorilla Grips are just so low.
remaining.
Razor able to get 4, and will she be able to get this last one? Didn't happen last time, but it seems like Space Cowboy is gonna hightail out of there. And she's gonna try her best to run over to B and hopefully get that plant down. But something to note, there is a Killjoy Molly here. And that will, oh my god, that's gonna burn her down! And Gab, with that Molly, will be able to secure round number 10 for This Is Fine.
This Is Fine definitely played super aggressive on defense there. Razor had some really good picks in the beginning of the round, and getting spiked down that fast, definitely super impressive.
Especially with that Vandal pick. We saw it be so good. She was playing in Rafters and just able to mow them down one after the other. There was such a bloodbath on A, and Gorilla Grips were just not able to get the spike planted there.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they need to have more useful smokes in order to block out a lot of the angles that This Is Fine is holding on defense there. That probably could make it easier for them to clear sight and get on and get that plant and get those important picks in order to defend bomb more easily.
But with those longer smokes, we know that they are playing a Brimstone, and ooh, that's going to be a lot of damage onto Ceiling TT. But Gab able to pick one, and Razor able to pick one mid as well. And now Gorilla Grips is already down to 3 members. Make that
Spike
2.
down A.
Spike is down, but at least it will be recovered by Space Cowboy here. But it seems like This Is Fine. It's just going to encroach in. All Trinity not able to get any, though. And suddenly in a 2v3 situation, this is potentially winnable for Gorilla Grips. But we do have Razor here, and we know how strong Razor is.
30 seconds left.
Sneaking around
Enemy remaining.
and able to get one. Gab able to pick off the other, and that will be round number 11 for This Is Fine.
They're definitely having a lot of good rounds here. The important picks that they're getting, especially getting spiked down super easily. It looks like they're gonna have to play around the spike carrier here and make sure that they stay safe, or maybe even leave spike behind in order to play for picks here. Because as soon as they get spiked down, they're able to play around it and get the information super easily and get those important picks. So it looks like Gorilla Grips might have to play a little more conservatively with the spike or play for picks.
I think you mentioned last round too, Booklu, that you wanted to see them use more of those smokes in order to clear out more of the site, and I will get back to that thought as the action is starting. The rest of Gorilla Grips will be pushing onto A, and they have actually pushed out a lot of members of This Is Fine. Dur able to get one. But now, as the spike is planted, everything will slow down a little bit. The lockdown will get popped, and this will deter This Is Fine a little bit. But we do see a lot of members in mid. Maggie actually able to pick one off as well.
Grounded.
Razor, grounded. Ceiling TT with that operator, and once again, the members of Gorilla Grips will be playing more toward B side. Razor actually does have the knives, unable to take out Space Cowboy there.
Last player standing.
Kills exchanged on both sides, but in the end, This Is Fine. Actually, they ran out of time. So that will actually be a thrifty for Gorilla Grips.
Wow, definitely a really good job taking back that round and keeping This Is Fine off of site there. It looks like those important picks that they got really set them up.
For sure, and now I will finish the thought, which I feel like
Yes,
I
yes.
started 2 rounds ago. But with those smokes, important to know, This Is Fine does have an Omen, while Gorilla Grips has that Brim. So Brim is only going to have 3 smokes available, while All Trinity is able to like recharge those smokes over and over again. So that may make a little bit of a difference in Gorilla Grips deciding when to use those smokes, as they will run out if they're not too careful.
Yeah.
But Maggie there, able to get a pick off Iduru mid. And that's already going to put Gorilla Grips in a man disadvantage with the rest of their members on A. Still going to be a bit stuck here, but Space Cowboy will be able to pick off Odd Trinity as well. The Seekers will determine that all of the members of Gorilla Grips should be A. Now, this will be a 4v3 if they decide to push in, but actually they are going to decide to leave here.
One down.
Ceiling TT staying behind, able to pick off one member, and this might actually draw This Is Fine to A, while the rest of Gorilla Grips goes to B.
Definitely not a bad idea, but it seems like This Is Fine could be catching on here.
30 seconds left.
Smoke's down.
They do have these killjoy mollies here, so if they're not careful when they try to plant, they are gonna try to shoot one. And there we go. Both of them will get popped, and Asuka will get popped herself. And now we are in a 3v3 situation. Once again, Gorilla Grips is playing in B main, but we do have a flank coming out from Razor.
Found them. Alarm bot down.
The alarm bot will spot her out though. But Maggie will be pushing in, and when they're all focused on Razor, the rest of This Is Fine will be pushing in, and they are able to take her out and take out Maggie as well. And that will be round number 6 for Gorilla Grips, and they really needed that.
Yeah, Gorilla Grips definitely set themselves up with a good bait double peak situation there in order to stop them from not defusing the bomb. Just overall, they're doing a lot better and playing together a lot better these last few rounds. And with that, it looks like This Is Fine is gonna have to whip out a little bit of a save here with a Bucky and Sheriff and some light shields.
Well, you know, with Razor, you know, using the
Yeah.
Sheriff might not be too much of a problem. As she does have 33 kills right now, which is kind of insane. Now, once again, Gorilla Grips is posturing toward A, but we actually do see Razor pushing up pretty aggressively in B. Utility is going to come out. And Ceiling TT is going to dash in. The Orbital Strike comes out, but is not going to find anybody. And we do see Odd Trinity in that high position, actually able to take out the Empress. So now in this 4v4, bit of a stall right now, but Razor will be coming in from behind. Maggie will actually be able to get one pick. And the rest of Gorilla Grips is going to back out toward A main, but that is where Razor is. She's able to pick off one with that Sheriff. Will she be able to get another? Actually, when they're all distracted with her again, the rest of This Is Fine is just gonna come in. And they will be able to defuse the spike, and Ceiling TT left alone in the top of ramps. Rafters? Ramps. Sometimes my callouts are wrong, but left alone is killed at the very end there as well. And now Gorilla Grips is in a very dire situation.
There's definitely there's a lot of different call-out spots on Icebox alone. Playing on it and even casting on it is a little difficult because there's a lot of different names for everything, and there's a lot of names for everything in general. But definitely a really, really good save round on their part.
Get out of my way.
And now Razor will be back on that operator, which we have seen so often, and she will be able to get that pick there off Ceiling TT, and that's going to be the Blade Storm completely out of the equation. And I don't think Gorilla Grips is going to want to push A, especially since Iduru is also going down. But once again, Gorilla Grips now with that distraction on A is going to come toward B. But Kaizen is already here to defend it. They are going to try to kill the Killjoy utility on site, but Kaizen actually able to push in and catch out Bea as well. And this is not going to look great. They are stuck here, and we do see Odd Trinity is behind them. She's going to be stuck in her animation. And now it's still going to look so hard for Gorilla Grips. The lockdown is going to be popped on B, and they're going to try to hightail it back to A.
30 seconds left.
Seems like they're being a little bit hesitant.
One enemy
The
remaining.
Skybird is going to catch them out, and that'll be one more pick on Razor, and that will be the another
Defenders
for
win.
her 3K, and that will be the map 13-6 going in favor of This Is Fine.
This is fine. Definitely played a really strong game on Icebox, playing off of those the high ground and really making use of their save rounds, and especially with the operator with Razor, they really played this map to its full potential here. And it looks like Gorilla Grips couldn't keep up with how like aggressive they were on both attacking and defending there.
For sure, especially
Definitely,
since we do see Razor.
yeah.
506 average
Wow.
combat score, 8 first bloods. That is absolutely crazy. She was popping off, but Idur not too shabby herself with 303 with those 20 kills, but just not gonna measure up to the 37 coming out
Yeah,
of Razor.
almost 40. The duelists definitely did a really good job for their team here on both sides.